Welcome to Bank on Me, the reality show that means business. Coming to you from Scotiabank Barbados. Your host, Alex Jordan.
What an ending to last week's episode when the 12 finalists got cut to 6. It was so exciting. The next day, the Super 6 headed to the magnificent Ocean 2 Resort and Residences for an informative workshop on brand strategy. That was presented by branding and design consultant Anne-Marie King.
A brand is our approximate yet distinct understanding, basically a gut feel, right, for a company, product, service, or person. There are also, of course, people brands. We talked about person brands, people brands, and Oprah is probably the most successful person brand in the world ever. You can experience a brand by going into a store or in some other way interacting with the person who represents the brand. Right? Or you could hear about it from a friend, so that's indirect, or someone else you trust, or some other source you trust. From the time your brand is new to the day you close your doors, branding can help you sustain these relationships. I don't know if you've ever heard of this slogan from McCann, truth well told. Don't tell lies about what your product can do, what it can achieve, right, for your consumer. When you go through the branding process, you start with research. You need insight, you need to discover what your consumer is about. You need to discover what you are about, what your product, service, or business is about. You need to clarify your strategy. You need to design identity before you create touch points, because this is what you're going to use at your touch point. And then you have to manage those assets.
This was followed by sessions with their mentors at Ocean 2 and Seabreeze Beach Hotel.
You're just talking about focus. And because you're involved in so many different things,
yes,
we need to think carefully, or we may wish to split out the sharp bass on Gold Coast.
What you could do for fish is what Andrew Bino did for pork. If you can get that sort of thing where you are the voice of fish in Barbados, that would be fantastic. Because you know, Andrew Bino is Mr. Proper Pork himself.
Yes.
So if you can get something like that,
a
slogan, yeah, exactly, that really encapsulates the fish, I think you could really be onto something.
So a good website with a Facebook link, showing off your products brilliantly. It's very important to get good photography so that the people can see it like it really is.
A couple of days later, Fund Access played host to our eager entrepreneurs, sharing the knowledge they will need to access funds for their businesses.
Well, basically, Fund Access is a microenterprise company. We set up probably about 13 years ago to give funding for persons who want to start or expand their small business. We give loans from $700 to $100,000 and a 6% reducing balance interest rate.
And as you can see when you look at our logo, we work with you hand in hand. Okay? So after your disbursement of the loan, we have two-day microenterprise training course, which you would attend, where we teach you things like basics pretty much, marketing, cash management, record keeping, and all the other business courses that go along with managing your business.
You're seeking to get some funding from us, and obviously we want to make sure that if you get the funding, you're able then to pay back the loan and get the business to develop and prosper in the way that we would both want that to happen. All right, what are some of the major challenges affecting your business?
Marketing at first, trying to get up there because there are a lot of people that don't know about the product.
With $110,000 you're looking at in terms of working capital. You have identified a challenge with marketing for the actual company.
Right, yeah.
How much money have you allocated for marketing?
For marketing, it was $25,000.
How much money are you seeking funding for?
Yeah, I'm willing to work out what we really need, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that enough finances to help us build steadily without freaking out, without getting lost.
If you come into the financial agency, you want to be sure exactly what you need and how much you need. And I would suggest that as a developing business, you don't want to have the business overburdened with debt.
So what I'm looking for is an expansion of my current business.
As it relates to funding,
Yes.
could you give an idea of what your requests will comprise of?
Under the application, I had asked for 400,000. That would be to improve the one unit I have and build another unit for tilapia and 2 units for crayfish.
Initial request was 90,000, but in doing some research, we brought it down to about 60.
What is the 60 going to be used towards?
Travel, accommodation, meeting prospective clients, and setting up strategic alliances with different hospitality companies that deal directly with the clients.
I assume that you're going to use a mixture of debt and equity.
Yes, sir.
How have you broken that down?
Actually, we have to do that mixture because we've had to invest so much and we have done some borrowing in the past. So about 33% of that amount is to cover debt that is outstanding.
You know, when you're using somebody's image on the website or that can be used anywhere in the world, you need to make sure that you have contracts for here, and the law firm has to be okay with contracts and law in the States and internationally. We don't issue cash to the individual. We won't write a check to until we know the amount. So you can actually get your quotations from those business houses from whom you'll be acquiring services or the equipment, whether it be local or internationally. And that's how you'll put together your loan request.
They seem to have a lot of knowledge in terms of what they're doing. However, there are certain areas that I thought were a little bit lacking. We had Raj Paul, and I thought he was a little bit lacking in the areas of exactly how much he would be looking to fund his business.
What about the Richard Daisley and Julia Kane Torchworks?
But all in all, I thought they were still a little bit not exactly where they want to be in terms of applying for funding.
Christina Adams Aqualine.
Very, very impressive. I was particularly impressed with the deep knowledge background in terms of her educational training and so on. You can't really beat that.
Okay, Dane Sadler from Caribbean Villas.
A little more research maybe as it relates to understanding the cultures and how they differ in each island, because then that will speak towards marketing in those islands.
Next up was Ronnie Morris.
Ronnie Morris, very confident about his project, but as you were bringing out in your questioning, it seems as though he would have to be a little bit tighter regarding, who he deals with on the ground in these different islands.
Alright, and the final contestant, Cindy Lagal.
Originally, she mentioned that it's a low-cost operation, but we're then stepping into a higher bracket, and I don't think that I necessarily saw, it was a brief discussion, but I don't think that I necessarily saw the returns.
In a moment, our judges David Nealons, Shelley Williams, Richard Haynes, and guest judges Lisa Cole, Senior Manager Marketing at Scotiabank, and Michael Callender, Credit Manager of Fund Access, will judge the Branding Challenge.
This week, the Branding Challenge. Innovate your product or service to differentiate it from the competition. Generate a brand-led creative brief for your new ad agency.
Life is full of possibilities. They're out there, just waiting to be discovered. At Scotiabank, we believe in possibilities. For over 100 years, our customers have looked to us to help them uncover what's possible in life, in their finances, and in their future. Because when you believe that anything is possible, anything is. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
The winner of Bank on Me will receive a $15,000 cash prize from Scotiabank and rent-free premises in Satjay Bridgetown Centre worth $25,000 and lots more prizes.
Everyone's ready, so contestants, it's time to pitch your branding ideas in order to stay in the competition.
Our innovation is Casting Advantage. We want to launch a truly revolutionizing idea that will help catapult small businesses in the Caribbean using customizable stock ads. Our brand will mean quality and affordability. Our brand will be a catalyst for small businesses. Our brand will mean knowledge about advertising. Our brand will be influential. Our brand will mean exceptional customer service, and our brand will be friendly. Build brand awareness for Casting Advantage, launching an innovative, easy-to-use service. Attract a loyal client base initially in Barbados. Provide Casting Advantage with a creative campaign, develop campaign concepts and a storyboard. Provide a media plan, which will be 6 weeks starting mid-October. Our budget for brand design is $10,000. Our media buying is $40,000.
For using a standardized template, how do you guys guarantee your customers that they'll be unique, that, you know, 1,000 other people won't use the same template A, and then the actual images, the stock images and so on? I mean, do you have something in place to protect the integrity so everyone is using the same face, the same image, the same template?
You'll have the ones that can be that a series of anybody can use. That is their option, but then there are different tiers. So if you want more exclusive, you have other options that way, and it will be a database where we know, okay, a bank has used this, so it's not available for such and such purposes.
You alluded to a lot of people coming in and from overseas, and Ireland and England and Rihanna and certain things, if I could go back in my memory. And so that tells me a different height. Moving forward now, you have decided to scale it back and concentrate only on small business and
in Barbados as well initially, and then we plan to take the model to different Caribbean islands as well, and then to the rest of the world.
This event focuses on music business. Workshops, trade shows, showcasing, serious negotiation. This is about business. How are we going to do this? We will bring collectively the best music business experts from across the world to witness this event through being here on the island for the final. Leading up to this event, we will engage BET. We're pitching this event to BET for the final broadcast on the night. That is where the buck really is going to hit home. Everything happens and culminates on January 2015. We need a full year to do this. With an advertising budget of 150,000 Barbados dollars, this is about putting the region on a stage for the world to see. This is about uniting the Caribbean through music, uniting them in a way different to all the festivals. We have a lot of controversy during the festivals. A Trinidadian performance at Crop Over, sometimes it's a little touchy. A Barbadian wins a competition in Trinidad, it gets a little touchy. This is an equal partnership opportunity for all the islands, where each island has representation, each island's best is featured and highlighted. So regional unity and integration is part of our objective in doing CaribFest. So a full year of advertising preceded by 6 months of marketing to try to find our sponsors, our media partners to get this going. Our advertising budget is divided as follows. Social media, very important to us. As long as this is implemented, it is free, it's continuous, it is mass advertising. We can target to the consumers we're looking for. We can engage our sponsors and give them all the benefits that they want out of this event. We also have our website, which is up already, and the cost is minimal. Our only cost is our monthly upgrading cost of $100.
The streamlined approach to the social media and using your website and streamlining your costs to get a really effective advertising campaign, I think is brilliant, right? So you're talking the talk, right? And you're walking the walk today, man. Yeah, I think so.
This advice really forced me to focus.
The brand campaign I am looking for is recognition as the first commercial farm on the island producing high quality fish all year round. Now the vision for Barbados is that we are going to be increasing our food security. We are going to be reducing our fish imports. We are also going to be eco-friendly because we are looking at putting in solar and using local feeds. We will be exporting, so we will have increased foreign exchange. And we will be giving Bajans a healthy option to eat rather than other traditional meats. We are very good in terms of the expertise that we have, and we are very different in terms of the products that we offer. So therefore my focus is going to be on public image. This is going to be how Barbados perceive the farm and what's it doing for Barbados and for the environment. Recognition of my company, so when they see the products on the shelf, they know where they've come from. education, because I want to make them understand that this is open. If you want to learn about fish farming, get into it, you can come to us for the education and training, as well as leadership for the region.
I do think you're going to need some sort of advertising budget, whether it's you or Shorelines, to let the public know that this particular brand is from Barbados and what it stands for.
The poor fishermen, you know, can you help them as well? I mean, you're going to help farmers with the organic fertilizers. Is there anything you can do for the fishermen?
Actually, there is. I already had discussions with the Barbados Marine Trust about engaging oysters into things like lobster farming and shrimp farming. So you actually would put the cages in at oysters and the fishermen would run them.
In the sea?
In the sea, in the bay, yeah. So because they would give the security for the farming, we would just provide the expertise. The lobsters would be theirs for sale, they would grow them,
so you can help an existing industry, good.
So they can also branch into it.
I think it's a fantastic product, huh? I mean, you've thought it through. Each week you're becoming stronger and stronger and focused, you know what I mean? Massive potential.
The freshwater fish is a situation where it is high in something and low in fats or something. You understand where I'm coming from?
I can definitely.
You then have to sell the actual product,
Product.
so that the person, then the health conscious individual, now becomes more comfortable in trying out this freshwater fish and become a fan.
We use our webpage, which is here, and the social media, our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram account to communicate with the guests. We have, if you go on our Facebook page, you'll see a lot of interaction between past clients and the chefs. Persons book, ask questions, check up on the chefs. Our vision was to have persons, not only visitors, but locals, enjoy a personalized service. You can go to a restaurant, but to stay at home and have a chef come and cater to you in the comfort of your home is a wow. We want to introduce our corporate team building cooking classes. It's very big in Europe now, somewhat in the US. It hasn't started happening here in the Caribbean, so we want to be the first to do it. We try to incorporate the Caribbean influence in our food. If it's not a Caribbean dish, it has a Caribbean ingredient. The product is at one level and the branding is at another level, so we need to get the branding up to a point where it sells the product for us. Build a photo bank to tell a story of the experience. So we want to have a stage setting that looks authentic. We need someone skilled to do that for us. Get some videos on the cooking classes for promotional purposes.
How do people currently hear about you?
We have some alliances here in Barbados with the builder companies and mainly through the internet. Most of our bookings come directly through our website.
You actually advertise on the internet?
We have a website up and running and our Facebook page.
If you can get into that sort of business where business houses understand that you're coming not just showing people how to cook a lobster, but showing people how to eat healthier as well, I think you're onto a winner.
The service in its entirety is innovative. So all the rest are just add-ons, but your service is innovative.
Yeah, you came out this week, you stepped up your game, huh? Because I mean, last week we said that you have a solid product, it's clear, right? But you didn't present it as strong as you could have last week. This week I think you were a lot more focused, right? More convincing, so you're showing evolution. The product, hands down, is a great product, it's very relevant for today, right? And for where you are.
The brand Torchworks represents creativity, shared craftsmanship, and unique designs. As we all know, first impressions count. So we want to set about finding a packaging that will be able to work in tandem with the exquisite piece being carried inside. The teal and the chocolate we think lends a nice contrast to the craft with a hint of color, adding some fun, which translates to the personalization side of this craftsmanship. Now for the high-end market, a website would be critical. We would be able to view it from all corners of the world. In having a website, it would decrease our costs for travel, for research in various countries we will be targeting to establish business relationships. There are a few select magazines we would like to place half-page or full-page ads in, such as M-People, Polo, and some real estate magazines, as we think this caters to the high-end market. Now at this point, we're going to leave you with a short video just to show you what happens here at Torchworks.
awesome product. I mean, one challenge I would have had though was with your budget for advertising. It's way too low.
We have all the high-end tour operators coming into Barbados. So therefore, you invite them to see you do this experience so that they can build something, a tour around it, things like that. And I still don't understand social media, $2,500. I do social media for free.
Branding, you gotta look at consistency and reliability. Your ability now to produce these products, especially when you go into the global market. What capacity do you have in your current establishment that will allow you to facilitate that?
Well, previously we have mentioned bringing on apprentices, training persons as time goes on. So we'll be using those persons to branch out internationally.
The challenge itself, while I will speak to it, there's some things that are going to be a bit contradictory. The first thing that I want to get at is why we consider our brand to be innovative and how we can innovate it some more. First of all, it's innovative because it's a combination of two things that don't usually come together. That is fashion and positive, conscious messaging. Usually you get one or the next. You either get swag gear, which is like totally just about branding, just about cool, just about looking fly. Or on the other hand, you get things that are message-based, which are usually very boring. While it's different already, and that helps to distinguish us in the market, I've gone one step further, and I've given customers the opportunity to custom color their design. Not only can you custom color your designs, you can also have your own custom word built by the brand. I know of no other brand that's doing that. So we're not trying to like find out who the people are and see, quote unquote, if we could be better than them and all that there. We already got something that's unique. All we're trying to do is make sure that we're seen for it. And what we're doing to extend our reach is collaborating with people. You have a brand too, you have something too. I have something too that's gaining traction in the market that you might want to touch with. We could do something together. This in my hand is a sample of this is not my brand, but this is a sample of, you can feel that? A sample of a bamboo t-shirt, bamboo made t-shirt. Yo, this is the level that we want to get to next. You know, if I had the money, what would I do if I went to an agency and so on? I'll be honest with you, I'll do more the same of what I'm doing already. I don't really do too much different from what I've got going already. What I have going is working. I just want to do it on a better level. I just want to do it on a more effective level. However, if I was to actually get some cash and spend it with somebody, I'd have to say at this point it'd probably be on that big screen downtown.
My question is about the bamboo. Do you have any idea what that would retail for, and does that open up any new markets for you? Because pushing the organic side might, you know, bring other people that are not currently. True. Yeah.
I have some concerns about the commercial viability, because it seems as though you have a love for what you're doing, you want to send a message, etc., but you don't seem to want to mass produce the product. I'm not sure if your financials are going to show that you have enough demand to consistently meet the expenses for the business.
Stay tuned and find out who's won the challenge and is safe and who's going home next.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
The winner of the Lucky 7th promotion is Bookline, represented by Shanika Moore and Rochelle Walren, who are now eligible for crowdfunding.
Okay, judges, so tell us who won the challenge and is automatically safe.
All right, so that contestant that is automatically safe and won the challenge is Mr. Ronnie Morris, Gold Coast Records. Ronnie, yeah man, you did a brilliant job today. Your presentation was on point. The exact feedback we gave you last week. Obviously, you came back and you focused on the business at hand, and it was definitely through the roof, man. Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Very.
Congrats.
And now for the final four. We go first to guest judge, Michael Callender.
The first winner was, first one going through, was Caribbean Village Chef, Mr. Dane Sadler. Judges, we were very impressed with the presentation. The decision to present some of your tasty offerings is also a good move as well. So the product, you clearly understand your service that you're offering, and you do have a competitive advantage. So we wish you all the best.
Congratulations. And now for finalist number 3 from guest judge Lisa Cole.
Christina Adams. You have a very strong business idea and a good understanding of your marketing objectives. I think you do need to look at marketing to the supermarket consumer. That needs to be done. But otherwise, a great plan, a great presentation.
3 finalists down, 2 to go. We go now to our judge, Shelley Williams.
Our 4th contestant that is in is Cindy Legal. Congratulations, Cindy. I saw you there wondering if, we thought that you kind of lost your ground this week, but your concept is innovative. I don't think you have to change anything or add anything to it. It is innovative. Continue your good work. See you next week.
And now for our 5th and final finalist, we go to our judge, David Nealons.
Well, folks, Torchworks, Julie and Roger and Richard, and Raj. This is a difficult decision, obviously, because somebody has to drop out. You're both really creative in terms of what you're doing, and we all believe that the products that you are producing are different. Raj, in your own style, you're different, and you're approaching things different. You approach fashion from a different point of view. Torchworks, you obviously need to find your focus a little more as well, because I think you're still dabbling in different areas, and you can find that because you can do something unique. I think the use of the limestone is another feature of the glasswork. Unfortunately, we've got to look at it in practical terms, in terms of if we're going into a bank, who's going to believe who first? Torchworks, you're in. Raj, unfortunately, you're out.
Well, that was intense. Join us next week, where our 5 finalists will go to the Caribbean Export Development Agency for more expert guidance and another challenge. Bank on me? Absolutely.
As far as the competition goes, something good is going to come out of it. Definitely got some visibility. I think more people know about the brand and dig it. So who knows if my bank on me is going to be from TV Land. It was good meeting new entrepreneurs and learning about their businesses, sharing mine with them. It's good about sharing different strategies and techniques and so on, opening up the market too, because, a lot of people some people, let's just put it, who are familiar with it, are just encouraging me a lot, and I think, I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed, as is real, but it's all good, because the truth of the matter is if I got that money right now, I wouldn't change anything I was doing. Straight. I just made what I'm doing work better.